Hello friends, today I am going to discuss geological structure of India. Not only India, but the geological structure of the world, how it changed. Actually, we all know that earlier India was the part of the Gondwana land, one ancient part of the globe. And India has been developed from that globe up to today. So the question is, which tecto- tectonic activities took place and changed this structure? Actually, some tectonic activity means the activity is taking place under the layer of the earth, and there are seven plates have been divided from these tectonic activities under the layer. Each plate is known as lithospheric plate or tectonic plate. Here I am giving some names: Pacific plate, North American plate, South American plate, European plate, African plate, Indo-Australian plate, and South American plate, Antarctic plate. See, these are seven names. Again I repeat, remember: Pacific plate, North American plate, South American plate, European plate, African plate, and Indo-Australian plate. Seventh is a Antarctic plate. So today you can see mostly out of these names, either somewhere ocean, either somewhere continent. And these seven plates have been created today's world. Now the question comes, if the plates are coming to closer, then what it could be known as convergent plates. Means these plates, if are coming to closer, it is called convergent plate, and the process to coming closer is called convergence. And when the plates are drifting away, going away, it is called divergent plate, and the process is called divergence. So now you remember one thing: the name of the plates are creating its actual identity. Here I want to discuss one thing more. These plates have created present oceans, landforms, drift, rift valley. So the moments under the layer of the earth have created so many changes in the globe, and today's continents have been developed just by these convergence and divergence activities. Sometimes students ask why these plates are either coming closer, either going away. Because generally, due to the atmospheric pressure takes place under the layer of earth, these plates are either coming closer, either going away from each other. Here some radioactive process is taking place. and this radioactive process is creating this convergence and divergence. So in the interior of earth, interior means inside of earth, some activities are taking place. It is called tectonic activities. Okay, here I discussed how the globe have been changed, right? And as per your map in your textbook, you can see the same picture, that the some part of the earth have been drifted away, right? At some places, some earthquakes, some volcanic eruption, everything have taken place and have brought the change to the earth, right, my friends? Now I am discussing about India's structure. Actually, we have to understand one thing, that as I have told earlier, that India was a part of ancient landmass named as Gondwana land, and the landmass was originally consisted with today's South America, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica. So, in that way, today's landmass is a main part of these changes. So, we have to understand the importance of these changes, how it has come. Now, I want to discuss that Indo-Australian plate. As I've said earlier, the 7 plates are there, and out of these 7 plates, one plate was Indo-Australian plate. This Indo-Australian plate started to going away from its original place and coming in clash with northern plate. So in that way, Indo-Australian plate was in a southern part and the northern part was coming in the clash. This clash is called collision. Collision means clash between tectonic plates. In that way, here the process of the collision between different plates like Indo-Australian plate and European plate took place, as according to your textbook the time is given approx 5 crore years ago. This process took place and it has created its impact by changes have been developed in the present structure of the earth by emergence of Himalayan mountain, where originally Tethys Sea was existed. It means you understand one thing. In India, where we can see today Himalayan mountain, that area was originally sea, and that sea was known in the past years as Tethys Sea. This process had completed before 5 crore years. It means here it is very clear that present structure of India have taken place 5 crore years ago. Not later to that. Now I want to discuss one thing. How the present geographical structure took place. The main question is here, where we can see the India is. In those days, we, our region was not like that. But as I have told earlier, that volcanic eruption took place in the western part of India. So our western part up to the peninsula to the southern part has been emerged very clear, and the African continent was departed from our side. So here some changes have taken place in India's structure that I want to say. Right? Now you understand one thing, that where there was Tethys Sea, now there is Himalayan mountain. In the southern part of the Tethys Sea, there was large valley. So today that part has been also changed. Which way? Today we can see where there is a Ganga plain, northern Indian plain. It is the most fertile land of the Ganga. But earlier in that area also, one difference. It was a valley region. But as the change have taken place, by fertility has been started to fill up, and the sedimentation started to be deposited. Alluvial sedimentation started to be deposited in the valley region. The river started to flowing from north to south. Means not India's north to south, from the northern Himalayan region to the central part of India was in the south of the Himalaya. In that way, north to south, it started to flowing, and the Ganga plain started to develop between Himalayan mountain and the Malwa plateau region. So now the question comes here, where we can see the Malwa plateau. It is not a single part, but the southern plateau is the absolutely complete part, which has two parts of the plateau region in India. The upper part of the southern plateau is Malwa plateau, and the lower part of the southern plateau is Peninsular plateau, Deccan plateau it is. So in that way, we have seen, as today the change have started to come, and due to the volcanic eruption, as I have told earlier, the change took place by the way that complete structure of western position of the plateau started to take place, and disintegration with India of Africa took place also. Some part of the western region is submerged in the ocean. See, actually remember one thing more. When the changes are occurring, it never waits for any one person or a one specific decade. It continues in the nature. As due to the tsunami today in the Andaman Nicobar, some changes have come. Earlier in the Andaman Nicobar, we were seeing originally some islands, where one important island of the India was in southmost. It was Indira Point. but today we can't find it. It means in the globe the changes are coming always. So same way, before 5 crore years, these all changes started to take place, and in that way, in India, the changes had come. Now, due to this volcanic eruption, the topic I was discussing, the Arabian Sea started to develop, and the African part was departed from us. So, in that way, where the Arabian Sea is found, in the right side of the Arabian Sea, we can see that the Western Ghat mountain range in the southern plateau region. It has been completely now clearly seen just by this volcanic eruption. Otherwise, it was not possible to see. But today we can see it. Right, my friends? So, remember one thing more, that due to the natural activities under the layer of the earth, these so many changes are coming and creating change in the structure of the Indian geographical look. As in the northern side, today we can see the Himalayan mountain. In the south of the Himalayan mountain, we can see the river plain region. In the south of the river plain region, it is the development of southern plateau, and southern plateau not consist up to India's central part, but it continues up to India's southern part completely. That is called the Deccan Plateau and the Malwa Plateau's complex structure. In this peninsular plateau or the southern plateau, we can see in the western part there is a clearly seen mountain range known as Western Ghat, and in the eastern part of the peninsular plateau we can see the Eastern Ghat. Now one thing more, due to these geographical changes in India, in the western part of India we can see the desert. Completely northern side is covered with the mountains. In southern part of India we can see the three side covered with the water. Means due to this tectonic activities, so many structural changes have come in these last 5 crore years, that you can understand, right? Okay, one thing more, that in India today we can see is large diversity in Indian subcontinent. Lofty mountain range are on the northern side, right? As I have said, that the Himalayan mountain range is in the northern side. The brimming rivers we can see, Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari. But out of all these rivers, Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra are brimming rivers passing and flowing through India's northern side and eastern side. But Ganga is flowing through the central part of India and creating northern Indian plain. So the Ganga and Yamuna is India's northern side rivers, and Brahmaputra is considered to be northern, but it is mainly flowing in the eastern part of India. So in that way you remember one thing, that in India wherever we can see these all rivers are flowing in the northern side, But in the southern side, there are also so many rivers. Narmada, Tapi in Gujarat, Sabarmati in Gujarat, and in southern part, Mahanadi. Name of the river is Mahanadi. Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. These are the main rivers which are floating in western part to the eastern direction. So in India there are main regions have been developed just to these so many kind of collisions, emergence, volcanic eruptions, such kind of the activities have created India's today's structure. Also with that we have in southern part there are two coastal plains, eastern coastal plain and western coastal plain. These two regions are on the both sides of the peninsular plateaus, and in the central part of the peninsular plateau is the plateau region. Mostly its slope towards eastern direction of itself, mostly in the side of Bay of Bengal. So now you understand one thing, that in India whatever we are seeing today is not a single one day activity of the geography, but it's a structure developed within 5 crore years changes. So we can see the diversity in our geography. Mountains, valleys, somewhere we can see the passes. Passes means the roads which has been developed between two mountains. Karakoram, Shipkila, Jelepla, Nathula, Bomdila. These are the passes mainly developed in the northern side. So in that we have different ghat. Passes means ghat. In the southern part, in mountain range of the western ghat, we can see western ghat and eastern ghat mountain range. It has also its passes. So in India we can see mountains, desert, river plain, coastal plain, plateau regions, river valleys, estuaries, right? Passes, peaks. So many kind of the geographical structures we can see in our India. Remember this thing. Now I want to explain some last revising structure of today's discussion. Here I am doing so. We have already we have completely discussed about our longitudes and latitudes. These all things are coming in examination. Our names of the neighboring countries you are knowing: Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka are our surrounding, and the Maldives, right, are our surrounding neighboring countries. Thereafter we discussed our central lines, the Tropic of Cancer and Indian Standard Time, right? It is also important to remember Thereafter, we have discussed in the chapter about our look in the southern part. It is a triangle shape, narrowing in the south, in wider in the upper part of this peninsular plateau. It is look like a triangle where the three sides covering with the water. So it is called peninsula. I have said that Arabian Sea is in the west, Bay of Bengal in the east, and Indian Ocean in the south of it. Right? So I have already completely discussed with you about different structures of India's geographical look. I have already discussed with you that today I have discussed with you about the tectonic plates, why the India have developed, in which process it has been developed, before how many years ago it has taken place. Right? So here we have completely tried to discuss about so many structures of India. Okay. Here we have also discussed about Suez Canal. In 1869 it took place. Right? And due to that, we all know that the international trade became fast, easy, and it deduct the distance between India and Europe in the coastal line. 7,000 kilometer distance was cut, and due to that, our coastal trade through the coastal line become easy and fast just due to this Suez Canal. Malacca Street, Palk Street, all are surrounding us, and our place is in the center. So we can move to the US by our eastern side. We can move to the Europe and Africa by our western side, and we are in the center of it. As I told earlier, that we are in the strategic place. So the all coastal international waterways passing surrounding us, and all international air routes are passing over us. So our place is most important. Right, my friends? So here I tried to discuss about whole detail of the India's existence, present look. Okay, we have also discussed that we have 29 states, 6 union territory, and 1 national capital region, NCR. At that time, I explained in last lecture that after 5th August 2019, earlier which was our state, Jammu and Kashmir, is now our union territory divided in two parts. First is the Leh Ladakh as a union territory, and second is the Jammu Kashmir as the union territory. So in that way, our numbers of the union territory increased to 8, from 6 to 8, and our states numbers are reduced to 28 from 29. Right? Our national capital region remain the same. And I also explained in the discussing about the states that in 2014 the last new state was developed from the home state. It was formed from the home state, Telangana. Original state was the Andhra Pradesh. After being formed, the new state was Telangana. And today Telangana and the Andhra Pradesh are our states. So the 29 states, in the calculation of 29, the last state was Telangana, developed in 2019. Right, my friends? So here I discussed today and completed about all detail of the chapter number 13. Okay, friends?